It was tough. I couldn't play on that thing.
What are y'all's thoughts on Valley and ITSF and IFP?
Specific, or we can get more specific? You want to know?
Well, I mean, I know you all have. I don't want to influence your thoughts on them. You know, what do you think about Valley? What they've done with the tour?
You mean Brunswick?
Valley's done the minimal they can do. The only reason they're even here is because Currington pushes them to keep it.
You think that's why?
I already know. I know that they would have got rid of it if they didn't have Currington working there. They wouldn't be putting any money in the tour.
Right. Do you think that if that was different, that the tour would be a lot stronger than it is now, aside from equipment issues?
What if Valley wasn't putting money in the tour?
There'd be two less tournaments. That's
yeah,
all.
there'd be two less tournaments. You'd have somebody else picking up the slack as best they could.
You'd have Mary.
IFP. What do y'all think about IFP?
I think she's doing a lot of good things to try
doing
to
some
make
good, some bad.
Just like everybody does, a little good and bad, you know.
I think it would be
One of
nice.
those things, you
Yeah.
know. It's
I would
really
think it
hard.
would be nice to see her maybe kick in some money when she
She's
makes a ton.
Like this.
She's had a couple of losing seasons in a row.
Well,
Yeah, she's lost some money.
But she plays, I don't
not
like it because she
recently.
played, not recently, in the last 3 years she's been having a good run.
Yeah.
She plays both ends of the sword.
Well, here's the
She'll-
deal. Whenever she loses money, she cuts the payouts.
Exactly. She
Doesn't
won't
ever
guarantee.
lose
She
money.
never loses money. She had the Missouri State this year. She said it was a 12-grander. Nobody showed up. She cut all the payouts down to nothing.
Did the
And
same
When she
thing
runs
in
this
Oklahoma.
tournament, she takes in
We want
30,000
her
over
to make
payouts.
money,
She doesn't kick any
but
back.
we don't want her to
Yeah.
get.
Well, that's for the better good of the sport. If
Right.
as long,
Right.
because
No,
if she's
I-
not doing it, then all you
Yeah,
have
I
are
I
two
don't have no
tournaments a
problem with
year.
her making money doing
Yeah.
it. But I
I
don't
we
like that
just
she's
want-
doing both sides of it.
I don't mind
Do
that
it
she's
one
making
way or
money.
the other.
Spread the wealth a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, just spread
If we
it
had
around a
sponsors,
little.
that wouldn't be an issue. You believe that?
Right, I don't even necessarily think she needs to kick that much back into it because there's
It doesn't
there's a
have
lot,
to be that
no,
much.
There's a lot of other expenses involved in running a
Right.
tournament too. and
that you
everything.
don't
No, I
think
know that.
of.
Right.
I know
You
that.
know, I don't want her not to make money and
I think she
cover
should make a
expenses.
decent
But
amount
whenever
of
you
money.
have 400 players at a $35,000
You
tournament,
take in 60 to 70,000.
no, you take in more than that.
Well, I'm saying minimum.
15% or something like
Yeah.
that, or
Yeah.
10% wouldn't be nothing.
What about ITSF? What do y'all think about that?
It's
I
good.
like
It's
it.
good.
With the rules changes, and I know you and I were discussing the attire earlier, Terry, and
It's not. The attire is small beans, small potatoes compared to what they need to do.
because there's
But
other
they've got a good thing going, and I don't think the dress code is an issue right now. I mean, everybody says, okay, let's all get everybody looking right. It's not bad. You don't have people dressing ridiculous. I mean, here in the States, it's very good compared to. I mean, Todd will go for this. And we went to Austria. You got kids that are running around barefoot with cut-off jeans and T-shirts, and they're sleeping in the yard outside in a tent. And that's what people are going to see if they come watch this tournament.
But do you think it's better for the sport if we try and button our tie or
Of
tie
course
our
it
ties?
is. I
To
mean,
an
together?
extent.
The extent, yeah, but they're getting a little ridiculous.
You don't want it
with
to get
this.
costly.
Yeah.
What about
You got if people are coming to a tournament and walking away with 10 grand, then yeah, they need to, then okay, they can go out and spend $200 on a new wardrobe just to play in an event. But when when it costs you $1,000 to come to a tournament just in
And if
expenses,
you win,
and then you win, you only break even or make a little bit amount of money. But how can the hell can they tell us I got to spend $200 on 3 outfits just so I can play the event? That's ridiculous. That's like, come
Then I
on.
waited
If
6
they want to
hours to
supply
buy
us
it.
with attire to wear, great. Then let them front the bill. And when there's
like
more
a
money,
sponsor, like somebody,
Okay,
let's say
whatever.
Warrior, custom golf wear,
whatever,
custom
whoever wants to
tables.
pay for it. Until there's no money in it, how can they expect us to do this? They've got
There's not
other
a lot
issues.
of positives out there to milk these days. It doesn't seem
And
like.
that's a good segue
Now
to my
money's
next
getting
question.
tight because
I think they're doing a lot of good things though, because otherwise, I mean, I know they get a lot of grief from people thinking that it's elitist or whatever, but at least they're trying to promote it and increase awareness of it, and I think they are doing a lot of good things.
It'd
So.
be better for the
Like,
sport than.
ITSF.
Yeah.
I think ITSF.
ITSF is doing
right.
great
They're
things.
good deal.
Their biggest problem right now is they're centralized in Europe, and people in America are not getting a warm feeling for them because all the promotions, the majority of the promotions are getting done in the United States. And there are people here, the majority of the people, there's
You mean
20, 30 people that have seen what they can do over there and made the tournaments. You go over there, their tournaments are way better than here when they
Right.
put them on.
So you mean the majority of the promotions are being done over there?
Yeah.
Well, they tend to
Majority
have
of the promotions
sponsors,
are done
bigger
over there. Right, they
corporate
get-
sponsors.
The countries,
as well.
the countries over there subsidize their money. I mean, Italy pays them all kinds of money for their tournaments. We don't get nothing over here, but that's not even the issue. The point is, people here don't see what's going on over there. They need to have ITSF here with a strong presence and running tournaments here like they run over there, just so people can get a better feeling. But right now, everybody in the United States just feels like, oh, they're coming in and making us change, and we don't like change.
Well, part of it too is then USTSF just needs to get more support from us over here too, because they're kind of, every country's supposed to have their own organization, and USTSF, not USTSA, is supposed to be our kind of sub.
It's our sanctioning body.
Right, for over here. And right now, I just don't think that,
Well, isn't that a subsidiary of Valley and Brunswick?
No,
No,
I think
they're
the
independent.
USTSA.
No,
The
this is
USTSA, that's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
this is
USTSA.
separate.
This
but-
is ITSF's U.S.
They're not-
sanctioned
I know
body.
ITSF is separate from that, but what he's saying is USTSA is supposed to
You
be
know,
ours.
USTSF here,
Okay, USTSF.
that's different than
It's
USTSA.
different USTSA.
Okay.
USTSA is the current players organization that Tornado runs. They basically own it. The manufacturer runs the players organization. USTSF is another sanctioning body that has spurred off because of the ITSF requires every country to have their own players organization.